Hello, my friends, and welcome to this episode of Lunar Magic. In this episode, we'll be looking at the coming full moon in Taurus that falls on November 19th, 2021 at 12:58 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This full moon is also a partial lunar eclipse and starts this eclipse season, which will end in December, and starts the Taurus-Scorpio Eclipse Cycle that will end in 2023. Now, there is a lot going on energetically right now, and for ease of explaining what's happening around this full moon, I'm going to break it down into informational segments looking at all the energies and vibes that will be coming into play. Now remember that everyone is affected by lunar energy in different ways, and a lot of this influence can be looked at from your birth foundation, your time and date of birth, and the location of the celestial bodies around you when you entered the universe. This is often shown on an individual's natal chart. Other individual influences include your belief system, where you are in your journey, your knowledge and understanding of lunar influences and other celestial bodies, your personal connection to these celestial energies around you. Remember that working with energies takes patience and practice, experimentation and adaptation, and will change every cycle as you learn and grow. So work with what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Remember each cycle to go back and do the same. Now I'm going to break this moon down into segments, starting with looking at the moon from its seasonal standpoint, the Beaver Full Moon. Then I will look at the Zodiac sign of Taurus's influence on the energies around us. Lastly, I will look at eclipse season and how this partial eclipse is going to influence the energies around us for the coming month or two and into the next year or two. Hopefully this will give a well-rounded amount of information regarding the different types of energies coming into play and how you can embrace and work with them. I personally have found that as I gain knowledge and understanding of the different layers of energies in place, I am more able to work in alignment not only with the outside world, but also with the inner. For we are influenced by these different energy factors regardless of if we are aware of it or not. Traditionally, the November full moon is known as the Beaver Moon, the Snow Moon, the Frost Moon, the Morning Moon, the Tree Moon, the Ivy Moon, the Dark Moon. The name reflects what is happening in the outside world, and its symbolism holds properties, attributes, and characteristics of the energies of the season. Where I live in the Pacific Northwest, this full moon is traditionally known as the Beaver Full Moon. The trees stand dormant and naked. The summer birds have flown south. It is the beginning of cold and frosty mornings and evenings. The frost settles in and the snow begins to fall. The beavers are busy making last-minute preparations. This time of year is when beavers begin to take shelter in their lodges, having laid up sufficient stores of food for the long winter ahead. During the time of the fur trade, it was also the season to trap beavers for their thick, winter-ready pelts, taking advantage of the beaver's natural instinct to lodge in their shelters. This Beaver Full Moon is about final winter preparations. It's a time to bundle up and relax, a time to surround yourself with things that will bring comfort and sustain you during the dark and cold that has recently arrived on our doorsteps. As the seasons shift and the cycle of life and death continue, remember and reflect on the losses, good and bad, the gains that you've experienced this year. During this transition, take what you've recently learned and build up your shelter to prepare for the cold season ahead. It is a time of remembrance, self-reflection, divination, and visualization, of planning and taking steps towards your goals, focusing on your well-being, focusing on rest and relaxation, focusing on your goals and the steps you are going to take to reach them, letting go of the past and moving forward. Now, the beaver is known as the builder, and its medicine or energies can influence our energies and workings. The beaver is the doer of the animal kingdom. Beaver medicine is akin to water and earth energy, which is reflected around us by rains, floods, and snowfall, common seasonal weather for this time of year, and a deeper resonation with earth energy, a sense of home, our physical home, our home within our bodies, and our home upon this earth and our connection to this earth energy. This is very Taurus energies and vibes, which is the zodiac sign this moon has fallen in. In building its home, beavers always leave itself many alternative escape routes. This practice is a lesson to all of us not to paint ourselves into corners, not to limit or trap ourselves in set ways, patterns, or paths. If we eliminate our alternatives, we dam the flow of experience in our lives. This ability to leave alternatives for the future, to plan paths that may not be needed, and this ability to manifest without cutting ourselves off is reflected in beaver medicine. Beaver medicine allows us to see alternatives, to build pathways, to allow us to release to the natural cycles around us and break free of limitations. But it also drives us to do the hard work, to be flexible, to be adaptive to the cycles and opportunities that show up. It is an active energy. It is about building on your foundations, your knowledge, and doing what is the next best step in that moment. A doer is characterized by industriousness, by diligently putting in the work, and beaver medicine knows that limitations cancel productivity. This energy brings into play the action to remove limitations, but also the dedication, planning, and putting into action of plans that will help us to manifest our dreams. To understand beaver medicine, you might take a look at the power of working and attaining a sense of achievement. In building a dream, teamwork is necessary, either with others or within ourselves. To accomplish a goal with others involves working with the group mind. Group mind consists of harmony on the highest order, without individual egos getting in the way. Each partner in the project honors the talents and abilities of the other and knows how to complete the piece of the puzzle that belongs to them. In working well with others, a sense of community is achieved and unity ensues. Now, this concept also works when looking at working with yourself. All aspects of yourself need to be in alignment, all parts of the process doing their bits to work towards a commonly envisioned goal, doing their individual parts with the faith of the whole achieving the desired goal. This is why it is important that we, 1, have a clear envisioned goal. 2, we are behind it in all our forms, our mind, our body, our soul, our energies, our actions. And 3, why we must leave opportunities and not focus on one specific path. Just focus on the next best step to obtain better alignment and bring the end goal into closer range. The Beaver Full Moon is a time to put your ideas into action and to complete projects that may have been neglected or started at the new moon. It can be asking for differences to be settled in relationships, to bring this group mind vibe into play, and to release the relationships to go their own way, trusting that those in alignment will stay and those that do not will move away. Beaver medicine tells you to look for alternative solutions from different perspectives at life's challenges and to protect the creations which you put your love and energy into, and those you allow to put their love and energy into you and your projects. It also warns you to watch your back, to hold your own, to have your own back, for you are the builder of your reality and dreams, and you can use this lunar energy to work towards this. The full moon in Taurus. A full moon occurs when the entire moon's earth-facing surface is illuminated by the sun's rays. It is a time of magic and healing, of letting go of things that no longer are supportive or no longer in alignment, of gratitude and celebration of the achievements thus far, of how far we have come in our journey, celebrating both our successes and failures, our growth within the last lunar cycle, within the last year, accumulation and the promise of fulfillment of that which was started at the new moon, whether it be the new moon that started this cycle or the previous Taurus new moon 6 months prior. A time to make promises and wishes and manifest your dreams, envisioning the end goal and planning the next best steps towards this goal on all levels. It is an emotional time to connect with yourself, where you stand and where you want to go, giving thanks for that which has passed and that which you have, releasing that which no longer is needed and that which is now detrimental to your overall well-being, and leaping into the future with faith, determination, and a set goal. In Taurus, we can give a lot of attention to what we value, find worth in, what we invest in, what we hold in higher regard. Are we living to our values? Are our values in tune with who we are now and who we want to become? Are our values a positive impact on our lives and the lives of others? Taurus governs stability and security, so we have access to existing blocks of stability and security, how to lift them in positive ways, and what led to them in the first place. We have to work on building greater stability and security in a healthy way. Lack of confidence and self-worth can come under the microscope, and if you suffer from low self-esteem, you may feel exposed this full moon. You may be extra sensitive about something in your life. We are not being shown these things as punishment, but to show us what needs to change for the better, so that we don't have to feel this way ever again. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, so this energy of grounded stability and security can be tapped into to work with any lack or imbalance you may have in these areas. Are you seeing things from reality? Are you grounded in your present moment? Do you feel secure in yourself, your energies, and your environment? Do you see your self-worth, who you truly are? Use this energy to bring alignment to yourself, your energetic field, and your path. Ground yourself in your current reality and look at how your foundations stand. Look at where you put in the work. Assess any areas of inactivity or laziness on your behalf. Embracing Taurus's stable grounding energy can help you to ground yourself, your energies, and your path, allowing you to grow in your strength and increase your sense of security on all levels, increasing feelings of self-worth and thus confidence in yourself, showing you how things truly stand and where you stand within yourself. Taurus's qualities of being a fixed sign bring other energies into play. Stubbornness, building on current structures or foundations, stability, and order. It can be an energy of standing firm in your beliefs, your values, your confidence, your self-worth, your abundance, your prosperity, and your finances. It is an energy that builds on the foundations that have already been laid, renovating areas to work in better alignment. But it can also be a sticky, stubborn energy fueled by laziness and inaction and a need to stay in a set way. In this lower vibration, it can limit and inhibit our growth. We can use this lower vibrational Taurus energy to address our stubbornness, the things we refuse to see or let go of, the areas we lack action, and raise those vibrations by acknowledging and letting go of those things that no longer serve us, that limit and restrict us, taking action towards the changes we have envisioned. If you want to change, you need to stop dragging your heels. You need to charge in head first. So act like the bull. Taurus is a money ruler. So there could be some financial developments, finalizing of financial obligations or financial obligations coming to an end, financial rewards to those who have put in the supporting actions, and possibly financial setbacks to those who haven't. This financial vibe of Taurus energy can be embraced at all vibrational levels. At a lower vibration, we can see where we waste our resources, where we live above our means, where we settle in our jobs and careers. Using this information, we can raise this financial vibration by embracing Taurus's energy of action and prosperity. We can use its higher vibrational energies to manifest the dreams we want that will bring us financial abundance, financial gain. We can put into place actions that help us reduce the waste we have in our resources, where we can bring in other revenues of money or income, more positive careers or job changes. This stabilizing security vibe of Taurus energy helps these changes happen at a level of our foundation, making these changes long-lasting and stable. The aim is long-term financial stability that is both envisioned and manifested, as well as worked towards with dedication and well-thought-out steps daily. Using Taurus money energy to enhance, change, redirect, and rebalance your standing with money, spending, income, and your choice of career or work environment. Remember, small, consistent steps build the foundation on which we can truly grow. Now, eclipse season and the Taurus-Scorpio Eclipse Cycle. So this full moon is a partial lunar eclipse and kicks off eclipse season, opening this new Taurus-Scorpio cycle or portal. While not as potent as a full lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipses are like supermoons. They are supercharged with a whole lot more energy than a normal full moon. Eclipses represent portals of transformation and awakening, a turning point. They can bring fated events that help push us into the next chapter of our evolution, that help us to elevate our development and growth of our soul. These transformations and awakenings may be quick and sudden, or they may be slow and linger for weeks or months or till the closure of this Taurus-Scorpio eclipse cycle, happening at the end of Scorpio season, where a lot of us have been going through change, transformation, renewal, and rebirth. This partial lunar eclipse will help bring these changes to completion, will help motivate the actions to continue your metamorphosis, and will bring new opportunities to those who have been doing the work and manifesting their dreams. Those at the beginning stages of the next part of their journey may find this partial lunar eclipse awakens underlying issues to bring about great change. Remember that tower moments, moments of great change, upheaval, of destruction, often represent the end of a cycle and often require surrender to the situation, surrender to the cycle, to how things are, and then this active rebirth, growth, and regeneration that comes from this destructive open space that enhances our spiritual growth and aligns us on a whole new level. Eclipses are powerful and can set things into motion. They tend to help us cut the cord, take a leap of faith, and awaken us to new insights, new perspectives. As this eclipse removes things out of our lives, we must stand in our truth and speak our voice. Silence the inner critics, see your self-worth, and take active steps to move forward. It's time to make a big step forward, take a leap of faith, take steps to free ourselves from our limitations, those things that hold us back. This partial lunar eclipse will be the catalyst to break away and remove any unstable foundations or connections in our lives. The solar eclipse in December will bring the opportunities and connections you need to rebuild on the foundations of your choice. These eclipses will set the tone of what you will continue to heal, strengthen, and build all of 2022. When faced with choices, ask yourself, which one brings you closer to inner peace, your home within, and which takes you away from it? The partial lunar eclipse serves to awaken an urgent interest in the physical world, in alignment with Taurus energy, and in our own sensual needs and desires. Watch out for stubbornness and laziness, although some self-interest is healthy and necessary. This energy is emphasized by the partial eclipse having a square transit to Pluto in Aquarius and a trine transit to Pluto in Capricorn. I think I said that wrong, so I'm going to say it again. This energy is emphasized by the partial eclipse having a square transit to Jupiter in Aquarius and a trine transit to Pluto in Capricorn. The square to Jupiter might bring some issues or conflicts with moderation, letting things go to excess or laziness at times that has to be addressed. We also need to watch for being preachy or falling for someone who is. The trine with Pluto can help with any changes we're dealing with, and we can take more control and find more personal power to put these necessary changes into action. Expect the unexpected. Focus on hard work and dedication. Where can you put in the actions and work to reach your goals? Ground. Connect with yourself, your home, your body, your energies. There may be abrupt endings as the releasing energy of the full moon is amplified. This partial lunar eclipse in the Beaver or Frost moon, harmonizing with Pluto and squared to Jupiter, is the first in a set of eclipses that will occur along the Taurus-Scorpio axis. The last of this set will happen in October 2023. This set will stir the need to balance our lives between collecting and sharing, the simple and the complicated, tangible and emotional complexities. Emotions, feelings, and revelations now are pivotal. They get the ball rolling. Then what's important is what action and energies you choose to put into them and our growth during the portal of transformation and awakening. As this Taurus-Scorpio Eclipse Cycle is just beginning to kick off in our cosmic skies, whatever manifests around the time of this partial eclipse is likely to only be part of the story. It may take time and more of these eclipses for us to really understand what soul growth we are venturing through. On a collective level, the eclipse may highlight the relationships in our lives. This includes relationships with others, but also our relationship with ourselves and with money. Venus is very active at the time of this eclipse, as it is the natural ruler of Taurus, where the moon will be sitting, amplifying Venus's energy. Venus rules over all matters of the heart, love, and our finances. She also rules over what we value, what we find worthy. So all these themes have the potential to rise to the surface at this time. That which is on shaky ground may well fall away, including attitudes and beliefs that have been blocking us from forming deeper and more intimate relationships with ourselves and others, bringing a renewal of self-worth, faith, and confidence within ourselves. We see ourselves as we truly are, amazing, perfect, strong, and capable. This eclipse is perfect for self-love work and for boosting feelings of self-worth. Where have you been too hard on yourself? Where have you neglected your needs? Where do you need to put yourself first? What can you do to nourish yourself on all levels? You are doing so much better than you think, so be kind to yourself. Remind yourself of all of your triumphs and successes. Love yourself through whatever has crossed your path and be kind to yourself. As you extend this love towards yourself, you may find it is easier to extend these same graces to others in your life. Eclipses tend to put us where we need to be, so trust in the flow. Try to keep your heart open to allow whatever needs to come and whatever needs to go. Embrace this eclipse as an opportunity to awaken your heart to a deeper and richer love. Embrace this energy and allow it to show you the way. Allow what transpires to fuel your growth. This eclipse will bring waves of transformative energy, allowing us to make leaps in the evolution of our consciousness. Remember, we are building on what lessons and growth we have experienced thus far. Trust whatever comes up and know that it will eventually be a pathway to higher states of consciousness. In conclusion, there are a lot of intense energies present this partial lunar full moon eclipse in Taurus. How we choose to use the different vibrational energies around us will determine where and on what level change, transformation, completion, and rebirth will manifest during this Taurus-Scorpio eclipse cycle. The choices we make and the areas we choose to work with over this full moon period may well set the tone for the year to come. So it is important to embrace and record what happens along the way. Oftentimes we can't see our growth until we are on the other side of the journey. I hope this episode helps you to embrace those energies, understand how they work individually, and see how together they can be blended and molded to help us see with clarity, release with ease, and take action to live and envision our dreams in the present moment and into the future and beyond. No matter how you choose to embrace and work with these energies, know that your intention, determination, adaptability, and action will fuel you just as you need in this moment. For our path is what we make of it. I would love to hear how you work with celestial energies, with the moon, with zodiac energies and eclipses. Please like, share, and subscribe. And may your day be magical. May your journey be transformative. May your light and love shine from within. And may you find kindness with yourself and others. Until the next time, embrace those lunar energies out there. Goodbye, my friends.